Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you an ITT NFL Redskin helmet telephone, and this is Mark's telephone. And so basically he has a letter here, a note, and he's talking about he's had this telephone for 25 years and now it's just dead. He says he's plugged it into other outlets, switched cords, etc. It doesn't seem to function. Please see if you can fix it. It is hard to replace and has sentimental value to him. So this is the initial checkout, and we're going to do some checks on this telephone. So what we want to do is go ahead and ring the telephone. Now their ring seems a little weak to me, and there may or may not be anything we can do about it. Some of the bells that they put in these telephones weren't the greatest, but I'll go ahead and answer it, and it just doesn't seem to do anything. It doesn't have any dial tone, and it doesn't seem to seize the analyzer properly, so it's not making connection. Now, to look at this telephone, you would say, right, that the handset cord might be the problem, but we've checked this handset cord and it does seem to be good. So when I plug it into the analyzer, you should see these red lights come on if it's good. And it does. So now that these two red lights are on, this cord, even though it doesn't look the greatest at the end, has some work to be done to it, but it's not the problem. So basically what we're going to have to do is go into the telephone and troubleshoot everything out. So, you know, these are cool telephones, and they went to a football helmet, and they're pretty sought after. They're hard to get a hold of, like he says in his note there. So what we're going to do is take a break. Okay, so we're back, and we have the telephone open now, and we've also replaced the modular plug at the end of this line or handset cord. And so if you've never seen the inside of these type of telephones, these ITTs, I want to give you a look at the inside. So what we'll be doing is we're going to be troubleshooting everything through the telephone, and we actually have it plugged in now, and we're still not really getting anything. So that gives you a look, and we want to troubleshoot out this board. The next thing that we want to do is we also want to go into the base unit here. I want to unplug the cord from it. We want to open this unit up, and I want to get into the bell and take a look at the bell, and also want to go through the hook switch. So I want to make sure that everything is working properly. So we'll go ahead and remove that right now. And this gives you a look at the inside of this part of the telephone. So we'll take another short break and we'll do our troubleshooting, and then we'll get right back. Okay, we're back now. So what we wanted to do here is adjust these contacts and make sure they look like they were a little bit out of adjustment. But what I also found was some bad solder, and what I want to do is I want to fix that up real quick. So I'm going to go ahead clean my soldering gun, and we're going to go ahead and take care of some of this bad solder. get that squared away real quick. And it's not uncommon that I do find bad solder in a lot of this stuff. Just want to kind of fix it up a little bit. Make sure all the connection and solder points are good. Okay, so now what we can do is we can actually plug our board back in and make sure everything's proper there. Get our mount screw back in. That holds the board down. Just kind of check everything over. Now what we can do is go ahead and plug the telephone in. Give you some dial tone. Now if you watch the analyzer, I'm going to walk through my numbers. I'm going to end in a 2. I'm going to hang up. I'm going to dial a 2. And now I want to transmit into the handset. And if you see this red light here on the analyzer, every time that red light lights, that's an indication of 100% modulation on transmit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello. So we know this telephone is functioning now. What we want to do is get it back together again. But one other thing I want to show you is we adjusted the bell and checked all the connections in the base here. We'll go ahead and ring this telephone now. I'm going to hold it. So that's the best action it's going to get. I'll let that go a few times. And if you notice, it sounds a lot better. Give you some dial tone. And now what we can do is put the telephone back together again. So we'll go ahead and start doing that. And then we can do our final checks. Shouldn't take that long. We'll get this back together. I'm not going to put the protective cover on this telephone yet because I want to get a white number card insert inside. But on the base unit here, since it's just a red cover, we'll put that on. We want to snap that back on. Plug our handset back in. Now we can do our final checks, get our test leads out of the way. Let that go a couple times. Give you some dial tone. Walk through our numbers again. End in a 2. I'll transmit into the handset. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello. So we know that this telephone is dialing out now. We know we have receive, transmit, and that the bell is ringing properly now. So now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and plug this telephone into a regular telephone line, and we'll do some final checks. We'll go ahead and give you some dial tone. Go ahead and call a time and temp.
Good afternoon. 2 Ford stores, 1 great company, Offenburg Ford, a short drive to great value. Today is Tuesday, September 25th. The time is 4:20. Current temperature 89 degrees. Now the Belleville area weather forecast. Showers and thunderstorms likely tonight, lows in the mid-60s, mostly cloudy Wednesday, 50% chance of a shower and a thunderstorm, highs around 80.
Okay, so we can call one other number, and we'll call my number, and that'll be busy. So I'll give you some dial tone. Okay, so we know that this telephone is fully functional now and that it has been repaired. We can get this back to Mark and he can hook it back up into the helmet that it's in. And since I don't have the whole phone and there was a few different versions of these helmet phones, this may be all that exists. But sometimes these plugged into the helmet and then on out. So if there's any other issues like that going on, which is possible, sometimes you can have multiple problems. Other than that, if it's just this telephone that gets connected, Mark should be just fine now, and he can start enjoying his telephone once again that he's had for a very long time. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.